Hi, Dolphins. It's me, Miss Bell, and today we're embarking on an exploratory adventure across the building to uncover some secret staff superlatives so you can get to know our school community just a little bit better. Let's go. We're here with the omnipotent office staff to tell us who in the building has the best shoe game for women, a heel or a sneaker for every single occasion. Who would that be, ladies?
Mrs. Williams.
I'm here with Miss Williams. The office staff, and in fact, everybody, based on the student art that you've got hanging in your office, knows that you are the queen of a heel. And more recently, we have seen your tennis shoe game, your sneaker game, leveled up. And I imagine that's because of your daughter. You guys can share shoes now, which is incredible for you. And maybe a broken toe is in the mix there. I'm here to ask you, which faculty member in the building has the best, absolute best, hands down, Friday dance?
Dancing Queen Leah Fulton.
All right, Miss Fulton, we have already heard multiple times from Miss Williams that you are the best Friday dancer in the school, but we have a question for you. Which TA in the building is the best at shouting out student efforts to be inclusive?
Well, I must say it is totally Miss Lana.
All right, Miss Lana, Miss Fulton said that you are the best TA about shouting out student efforts for inclusivity. You're always good at giving them a Dolphin Splash shout out. We want to know who the most positive teacher in the building is, despite all circumstances and whatever's going on. At any point, you can turn to her for a smile. Who would that be?
Miss Barbara, of course! Yay!
All right, Miss Barbara, we heard that you are the most positive person in the building, despite any circumstances that might be happening. We want to ask you who has the most infectious laugh in the building.
Miss Yarbrough.
All right, Mrs. Yarbrough, we heard that you have the most infectious laugh in the building. So there it is. Who would you say the mama bear or the mother hen of Angie Debo is?
I would say that is definitely Kelly Beakey.
Miss Beakey, this should come as no surprise to you. You were nominated as the mother hen of the school. Very nurturing, very loving. She's got the love for everybody. I want to ask you, which teacher in the building is most likely to have a student on their hip, arm, around their person at all times?
Definitely Mrs. Bragg.
Miss Bragg, the staff said that you are most likely to be caught around the building with a child, a student, someone on your hip, on your hand, anywhere around your person. I have to ask you, if there was a teacher that was going to be gone and only ever gone for PD, who would that teacher be?
That would most definitely be Miss MacArthur.
Right, Mrs. MacArthur, we found out that if you were ever to be out of the building, it's almost exclusively for professional development. That's what the staff said. I want to ask you, which teacher, if we take out before and after care teachers, is most likely to beat you here no matter how early you are?
Mr. Brooks.
I'm here with the always enthusiastic Mr. Brooks. We were told by Miss MacArthur that you are most likely to be here early, regardless of how early she is. You beat her to the parking lot, and maybe there's like a spot issue there with your cars. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm here to ask you, which teacher in the building would you say is always finding the silver lining?
Mrs. Appleton.
Miss Appleton, you are well known around the building for always finding a silver lining. It's that first year charisma. We love it. But I want to ask you, which teacher in the building can always match the students' energy?
Miss Bavari.
All right, I am here with the literal enthusiastic Miss Bavari. You are nominated as the teacher most likely to match student energy. Can we see a sample of that? Yeah, we can. There it is. All right, Miss Bavari, I've got a quick question for you. Which teacher in the building is most likely to be spotted wearing a graphic tee with something about kindness on it?
Oh, that would be Miss Lips. She's the kindest person I know.
We're here with Miss Lips. Instead of a signature graphic tee about kindness, we are actually repping our PTO sweatshirt this year. Really looking good there. You were nominated for wearing graphic tees about kindness, but can you tell me which man in the building has the best shoe game?
Definitely Mr. Carlos.
All right, I'm here with Mr. Carlos. You were nominated as having the best shoe game. I almost nominated you for like fuzzy cuddle bear with a tough exterior, but shoe game was what we went with. I'm here to ask you, if there's one teacher in the building that uses an excessive amount of glitter, who would that be? It can't be me.
Miss Rogers.
Miss Rogers, it should come as no surprise to you that Mr. Carlos said you were the queen of glitter. So we're here to ask you, who in the building would you say is everybody's pocket full of sunshine?
Definitely Miss Stout.
All right, I'm here with Miss Stout. Miss Stout, it should come as no surprise to you because Miss Rogers and I love you so much that Miss Rogers said you were everybody's pocket full of sunshine in this building whenever we need it most, especially when we need it most. So I'm here to ask you, which staff member in the building has an outfit for every single food item on our lunch menu?
That is so easy. That has to be Mrs. Pepsi in the cafeteria.
Miss Pepsi, I hope you know that your outfits do not go unnoticed by the general public out here at Angie Debo. We notice what you're wearing every day, and we absolutely love it. But I want you to know that Miss Stout specifically acknowledged your pizza hats, your aprons, all the food-themed items that you come to work in every single day. And so we wanted to see what you were wearing today. Today's menu, orange chicken. She's got it down. So we're here to ask you, which faculty member in the building is most likely to have a dress-up item or wardrobe for every other dress-up day outside of food? Do you know who that would be?
Ms. Alexander.
Miss Pepsi actually shouted you out as the teacher that always has an outfit or a wardrobe item to go with any dress-up day. Hers are food-themed. Yours are literally for everything else. Everything else. I would like to ask you today, which teacher in the building has unparalleled organizational skills?
Oh, that's definitely Miss Bollinger.
All right, we're here in Miss Bollinger's room in complete and total awe of the organization. That could not be most teachers. It could only really be you. So it should be no surprise to you that Miss Alexander said you are the most fastidiously organized teacher in the building, which is incredible. I'm here to ask you today, aside from yourself, which teacher in the building is most likely to avoid the limelight?
Tracy Hobson.
Miss Bollinger said you are most likely to probably avoid the limelight or the spotlight.
That's fair.
Yep.
Get out of here.
Any statements for that?
It's fair.
Okay, accurate assessment. I want to know which faculty member in the building has the Pinteresty, trendy, Canva-esque, just poppin' bulletin board.
Definitely Mrs. Gomez.
All right, we're here with the newly married Mrs. Gomez. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And she's actually already changed out the name on the bulletin board. So Miss Hobson has nominated you as being the Pinterest trendy, Canva-esque bulletin board queen of the building. I'm here to ask you, which faculty member in the building always knows how to cheer someone else up despite being in a different department, pushing into a bunch of different classes all the time? She's everywhere all at once, but still knows how to meet everyone's needs.
Definitely Monica McGuire.
All right, I'm here with Mrs. McGuire. I don't know if you know this, but Miss Bashore, who recently got married, name changed. We're Mrs. Gomez now. She said that you are one of the sweetest people in the building, that you always know how to cheer someone up. And what we loved about this was that you're always all over the place. You work with kids across the board, like in all grade levels and all departments, and you're just like pushing in and just bringing kind vibes with you. So we're here to ask you who you think has a similar kind of energy, but really is just like a sweet, wholesome, lovable person in our building.
Definitely Nurse Dana. She always has the kindest words for everyone, and she's so sweet.
Christina, I don't know if you know this, but Miss Monica McGuire said that you are one of the sweetest people in the building. Of all the superlatives we had today, the way that her face was just like beaming because her interactions with you are so positive. It was just so sweet and so kind. Awesome. So I'm here to ask you, which teacher in the building has that really tough exterior, but when you break it down and get to know her, she's just a little cinnamon roll?
Mrs. Hale.
Miss Hale, I don't know if you know this, but around the building, you're known as having the tough exterior, but the super soft and cuddly and squishy interior. We love her so much. I'm growing on her. I really am. So Miss Dana shouted you out for being that person that's like, once you get to know you, you're just soft as can be. You're a little sweetie pie. We love you. That being said, I want to ask you, feeding off of that kind of energy, which teacher in the building, first to give a hug, best hugs?
My brother Randy, duh.
He's so sweet and loving. So Miss Hale shouted you out for being the best hugger in the building. But I would like to know which faculty member in the building is most likely to use a snowman emoji or a snowflake in a text, in an email, in anything that requires an emoji.
Oh, that'd be Mrs. Flurry.
Mrs. Flurry is out today, which is a real bummer. So I'm going to be Mrs. Flurry in absentia. Hey, Mrs. Flurry, did you know that you were nominated as the teacher in the building that's most likely to use a snowman or a snowflake emoji in text messages or emails? Oh my gosh, I did not know that. I think that's incredible. Okay, Miss Flurry, I'm here to ask you, which teacher in the building is always in need of a Diet Coke? Oh my gosh, that's an easy one. My BFF, my lunch buddy, Mrs. Delpha. And actually, we have Mrs. Delpha's text messages, and she's always asking for that Diet Coke. So let's go see if she has one today. Your BFF, Keisha Fleury, said that you are most likely to be in need of a Diet Coke or running around with a Diet Coke in the building.
Very accurate.
Yep, we'll take that. We love the recognition there. We love the ability to just like self-analyze and be like, that's me. I'm here to ask you, which teacher in the building is most likely to know the score of last night's game?
Oh, 100%, Mrs. Daly.
All right, Mrs. Daly, you were nominated actually by Miss Delpha as being the person in the building most likely to know the score of last night's game. But I want to ask you, which teacher in the building would refuse to go down without a fight in any circumstance?
Oh, that would be Miss Birmingham, unless she falls during the inflatable race.
All right, Miss Birmingham, Miss Daly said that you were the most likely to not go down without a fight. And then she brought up the fact that you did fall during the inflatable races. So I don't think that was on you, though. I think Mr. Brooks was an antagonist in that. Yeah.
A kid tripped me or somebody. I don't know. I was running and I just fell.
She
I
was
coming back.
She was sabotaged, that's for sure. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, which teacher in the building has the most colorful wardrobe?
Definitely Miss Smith.
All right, I'm here with Miss Smith, and true to form, she is decked out in all the colors today. Miss Birmingham said you are the most colorful wardrobe in the building. Love it, and I don't even think this is coordinated. This is just her. This is naturally Miss Smith. All right, I'm here to ask you, who is the most quiet but fierce competitor in our building?
That would be Miss Cunningham.
All right, I'm here with Mrs. Cunningham. She is definitely busy doing lots of things. Ms. Cunningham, I don't know if you know this, but the faculty and staff here thinks that you are the most quiet but fierce competitor in this building. I would say that that's probably true. I'm here to ask you, which staff member in the building is most likely to come back to school on any day of the week with a brand new color of hair?
Miss Daughtry.
All right, I'm here with Miss Brittany, and the hair color today, it's dark, it's black, it's almost black. But could you tell me some of the other hair colors you had? Because Miss Cunningham said that you are most likely to show up in the building with a new color of hair on any given day.
I've had blonde and gray and brown and red.
All the colors of the rainbow, practically. And we love it. It's a surprise every time she comes to school. I'm here to ask you, which faculty member in the building is our Donors Choose Queen?
Oh, that's definitely Miss Wilkerson.
All right, I'm here with Miss Wilkerson, the Donors Choose Queen of the building. She's constantly like offering people tips every time she sees a new like code drop or like a deal going on. That's not what they're called. Yep. Whatever it is, she's got those emails like highlighted, starred, flagged in her inbox, and so she's constantly pushing that out. And that's how we get so many cool things around Angie Debo. It's incredible. I'm here to ask you today, which teacher in the building is most likely to win a giveaway?
Doris Wade for sure.
All right, I'm here with Mrs. Wade. Mrs. Wade, I guess you've got all of the good luck and the magic and the juju. I've heard that you are most likely to win a giveaway.
Yes, I have won the Othello's Pie last year, and my daughter did win the $1,000 giveaway at the ER hospital.
Whoa, okay, so it runs in the family. Wow, you need to sprinkle that all over the building, please. Miss Wade, I'm here to ask you, which teacher in the building is always going to have a secret stash of chocolate for when you need it most?
Mrs. Vi.
All right, I'm here with Miss Vi, and your longtime friend, Mrs. Wade, has said that you are most likely in the building to be hoarding a stash of chocolate for the occasion, whenever we need it.
Yes.
Now, if we zoom in, we see that this is a little depleted. So if we've got any of Miss Vi's former students, if we know anyone that just loves her because of her good vibes, she needs a re-up. She needs a refill. So go ahead and send those chocolates in. Miss Vi, I'm here to ask you, which teacher in the building is most likely to, I don't know, take on a career as a private investigator?
Oh, that's easy. That would definitely be Mrs. Qualls.
All right, I'm here with Mrs. Qualls. Mrs. Qualls, you were nominated as the school's PI, our private investigator. Probably has to do a little bit with your job and all of the work that you're doing for kiddos behind the scenes that we don't always get to see. But I'm here to ask you, which teacher in the building do you think has the best smile?
Mrs. Salafia.
All right, I am here with Miss Salafia. Miss Salafia, I don't know if you know this, but we were told by Kim Qualls that you have the best smile in the building. So flash us those pearly whites. We love to see it. All right, and then my question for you is, which person in the building is likely to have a coffee cup in hand at all times of the day?
Mr. Goodrich.
All right, I'm here with Mr. Goodrich, and as we can see, there's a reason that Miss Salafia nominated you as the teacher most likely to be carrying around a coffee cup at all times of the day. But maybe our favorite here is not your average principal, assistant to the principal. actually. All right. That being said, Mr. Goodrich, can you tell me which faculty member in the building is someone that makes you want to be better, do better, exist better, literally just an incredible person that makes the world better?
It's the exquisite, it's the wonderful, it is the one and only pre-K Miss Martin.
I am here with the effervescent pre-K Miss Martin. I don't know if you know this, but Mr. Goodrich said you're just like the all-around like good human in the building. You make everybody literally want to be better. We love to hear it, and it's so true. What I want to ask you is, which teacher in the building is going to come to work with that positive energy, that freshly worked out energy all the time?
Amy Martin.
I'm here with Mrs. Martin. Mrs. Martin, the other Mrs. Martin actually nominated you as being the person in the building with the most positive energy. And this is coming off of an AM workout class, I think. Yeah, she's working out in the morning, and then she brings that energy and those endorphins right on into the building. And after school. Oh my gosh, she's exercising all day long. We love it. Okay, so I'm here to ask you, what teacher in the building is probably the most flexible in all situations?
Well, I am going to have to go with Whitney Kovash, hands down.
I'm here with Miss Kovash. It should come as no surprise to you that Amy Martin said that you were one of the most flexible people in the building. And as a building, we all agreed because she came in, took over a classroom a few weeks into school, literally made it her own. If you look around, she's like made herself at home, made her kids feel at home. She's done a great job. And Mr. Goodrich shouted you out, and he was like, yeah, sometimes we forget that she hasn't been here for a million years. She literally started after school started this year. So hats off to you. You're incredible. I'm here to ask you, which teacher in the building do you think has the best wardrobe?
Miss Ashcraft, of course.
I'm here with my BFF, Miss Ashcraft. Yes, we love it. We love this burgeoning friendship. Miss Ashcraft, you were nominated by Miss Kovash as being the best dressed in the building. And I just want to highlight this really quickly. It's Wellness Wednesday. Some of us are wearing oversized clothing, right? But Miss Ashcraft's got a platform sneaker on. We've got a trendy little jogger, a themed outfit for today. And then look at the earrings. We love to see it. So yes, hands down, best dressed in the building is going to go to Miss Ashcraft. Miss Ashcraft, I need to ask you, as we're standing in her creation right now, which staff member in the building does the best bulletin board displays for bulletin boards that are not even hers? It's literally all over the building just to add to the whimsy of primary school.
That would be Amber Harmon.
All right, Miss Amber is actually, we caught her in her natural element working on a bulletin board. Look at this. She's got a whole little cart that we actually took your other one earlier for a prop. She's feeling displaced. So Miss Amber, Miss Ashcraft said that you always do the best bulletin boards. And not only that, they're never even just yours, right? Like you've got a few that are your own, and then you do them around the building just for everybody else. So I'm here to ask you today, which faculty member is most likely to be caught running around the school in her slippers?
Boy, that's so hard right here.
And there you have it, everybody. It is the Angie Debo staff, faculty, adult superlatives. And we're so glad you came on this little exploratory adventure with us. Thanks so much.